Hello everyone, this is Candy the 614 Stitcher, and today is Saturday, January the 7th, 2023, and this is my Flosstube number 66. I would like to say hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so very much for taking the time out of your schedule to stop by and check me out to see if there is something I can enable you with. And for all of my returning viewers and friends, subscribers and friends, thank you so very much for coming back each and every time I do upload a video. I would first like to say Happy New Year to everyone, and also thank you all so very much for the birthday greetings. I really do appreciate it. I did have a good birthday. I did work all day, and then my son stopped over, and then I Zoom stitched with some of my friends on a new start that I'll be showing you. So it was a really good day. And then today, I had lunch with some very dear friend neighbors that I have. They took me out for lunch for my birthday, so it was very good. I have been celebrating all week long. So thank you again for the birthday greetings. If you sent them on Facebook or Instagram, or you sent me a text message, thank you again so very much. I have been stitching like a mad woman. Thanks to the Facebook group Whip Warriors Road Trip. So I have new starts, whips, no finishes this week, but I do have plans and some investment / haul. So we're going to jump right in to what I have been working on. So I'm going to start with new starts again. I'm liking the flow of how that goes. So we're going to just keep going with that for a little while longer. So in my New Year New Start bag, I have what I started. Well, that was, yeah. I have what I started on January the 1st as my New Year New Start. And it is Heartstring Samplery Sunday Stitches Amazing Grace. And I am stitching this on a mystery. Oh, my card is right here. It didn't make it back into the bag. A mystery 16 count Ada. And I'm using the called for Weeks Dye Works threads. And here is where I am on it. I have stitched, this is the top of the border. And so I am right before half. So I just finished Grace, and I will be going along the top of this. So far, I have put in 604 stitches on this piece so far since January the 1st. I am using it, I have been using it as my 25/7 and also my Whip Warrior travel piece. So in Whip Warriors, you have to travel from, we are traveling from Washington, D.C. to Maine, and we are stopping at each L&S along the way. And so far, I have made it to, oh, here it is. Not using just this piece. I've used other pieces too, but so far for this piece, I've stitched 604 stitches. And I am, right now I'm at the stitching post in Baltimore, Maryland. So as I go along, I'll be explaining which pieces that I've been using for Whip Warriors. I am really enjoying this game. It is making me stitch though, a whole lot. So it'll be interesting to get between BRRINGO and Whip Warriors what my stitch count total will be for this month. So that is my New Year, New Start. Sunday Stitches Amazing Grace by Beth Twist. And if anyone knows, I missed the opportunity to get, it's called Great Is Thy Faithfulness. And it is also a Sunday Stitches. If you know of a shop that has them, they're exclusive to certain shops. And so if you know of a shop that might have the Sunday Stitches, can you comment below and let me know, because I'm looking for Great Is Thy Faithfulness. So also on January the 1st, or no, on January the 4th, my birthday, I started another new start with my Facebook friends group. And it is Teenie Weenie Bikinis, and it is by Meridan Designs. And I am stitching the January bikini, and that's what it will look like. And I did not total this up to see how many stitches. I still need to probably get to 200 stitches. That is my total to get to. My card's not in here. Okay, so here is where I am now. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Artemis by Stitch Me, and I'm using the called for DMC threads. This is the bikini top part, so I'm still working on the top. I only worked on this the one day, which was the 4th. So I'll be getting more work in on it. These marks here are the middle point of where it meets in the middle. So it is a lovely stitch. There are about 6 of us that are doing the bikinis. So you'll see them as you go through other Flosstube videos. So that was my second start for January. And my last new start, so for this week, I've had 3 new starts in 1 week. My last new start was for BRRINGO. It was a new magazine start. And that was day number 5. So it was on the 5th of January. And it is in Just Cross Stitch Magazine, February 2021. And this is what it will look like. It is My Love. And it is by Anna Chinoto of Stitching in the Rain. And here is, this is also on a it's on a 32 count. This is on a 32 count mystery linen from my stash. And I am using the called for DMC 3350 so far. And I have put in 156 stitches for this. So I do have some more stitches to get to 200. However, I believe that I'm going to finish this before, once I get to, keep going on it. I only have, the chart is on the other side of the page. So I only have to finish putting in the L and then put in the O, and it will be in my, which they put the my in with a different color pink, and I'm going to just use the same thread that is already being used. So this should be a finish for this month before too much longer. I'll have to, you know, put the rest of the stitches in. It was a very, very quick stitch. I did the 156 stitches in one evening. Well, morning probably. Once it was called, I do the, you know, it's called at the night before, and then I do the stitches. I try to do the stitches first thing in the morning so that I can get them out of the way. For BRRINGO, you have to stitch either 1 hour or 100 stitches. So I did make my 100 stitches goal with that. So, but it'll be really good if I can get that finished and not have one more whip to add to the pile. Okay, so now we're going to move over onto my whips, and the first whip that I worked on last week, I actually worked on after last week's video, which was on 12/31, and I thought it was a good idea to work on The River by Modern Folk Embroidery. This was my New Year, New Start for 2022. So I thought it would be only fitting to make it the last stitch I worked on for 2022. So this is The River. And here's a picture of where it was when I last worked on it. And here is where I am now. So I worked up this vine and over. I already had this in. So I put in this branch here and all of the flower and the little buds off of the flower. I also put those in. So far, on that night, December the 31st, I put in 165 stitches on this piece. I actually worked on it up until 1 a.m. my time because I was on a Zoom call chat with some friends who live in Central Standard Time. So I stayed on until they hit midnight also. So that's where we are with The River. And I really, really do, you know, this is one of those projects where I enjoy working on it. I just don't work on it enough. So I'll have to see about putting more effort into it when we come to the spring. I just worked on it because I thought it was a cute idea to have it be the last whip I worked on for 2022, since it was the first one I worked on in 2022. So that was The River by Modern Folk Embroidery. So now I'm going to move into what my BRRINGO calls were. For BRRINGO, I chose 6 projects, 7 with the New Start. But now the New Start is over, so you'll just see the 6 projects as I'm working through them. So far the number 5 and number 8 have been called, and number 5 is where is it? Oh, sorry. A Whip with Words. And number 8 is Whip of Your Choice. So for those 2 numbers, my call is, it's in my Lynn X Stitches Creates Ohio bag. And that project is StitchCon 2022. This is by Sue Hillis, and it is a StitchCon 2022 exclusive. There's a sale that was going on with it. It is still going on because I haven't finished it yet. My goal is to have this finished before StitchCon 2023. And Here is a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where it is now. So I had in Friends, I put in the heart in the middle, and I put in sharing. I started the back stitch and finished it on this side. I put in 310 and the ball of yarn. I am doing mine just a little bit differently. And I started the back stitch on this side. So Miss Sue Hillis, she used DMC for it, for this stitch. I will be using overdye as I go along. I'm doing an overdye conversion. With that being said, I stitched 310 in 310. So there won't be like the back stitching for the leg and all of that. I took liberty and decided to change. So you'll just see the 310 in the black. And then the ball of yarn is still the same. So that's where I am on it. I did make pretty good progress on it. It had, I put 317 stitches into it for those 2 days, for those 2 numbers that got called. So I feel like I'm, moving right along. I'll be, it has, let me look. I have a few more days on that. 2 more days. So there'll be 2 more days. So there'll be at least another 200. At the very minimal, there'll be another 200 stitches put in on this piece. Because the goal is 1 hour or 100 stitches. I also have been using, I've used it for, I've been learning and listening from Miss Dina, half stitch, cross stitch, and she double dips a lot. And so I have been able to figure out the double dipping, which it wasn't difficult to figure out, but I've also been able to use what I'm doing for BRRINGO for the Whip Warriors challenge. So it's really been working hand in hand. With the Whip Warriors though, the minimum stitches are a little bit higher than 100. So once I hit my 100 for BRRINGO, then I continue on to get to like 150 for the Whip Warriors road trip. Okay, so I hope all of that made sense. In my head it made sense, but sometimes coming out. So that was StitchCon 2022. The numbers 19 and 25 were called, and number 19 is a whip that reminds you of your childhood, and number 25 is a whip from a magazine. And so for that, for those 2 numbers, I am using, it is called Home Sampler. It was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, June 2019. It is by Durene Jones. And here is a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where it is now. So for the numbers 19 and 25, I finished this tree. And then I have added this tree. So far, I have a total of 435 stitches that I have put into this WIP since the new year. What day was the 19th? So the 19th was called on January the 6th, which was yesterday. And the 25th was called on January the 3rd, which was Tuesday. And I also used it for WIP Warrior Challenge to get in 150 stitches. And that is where I am now. Ooh. Albert is all over it. Okay, I'm not going to pick hairs off right now. So that's where I am, and that WIP actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 more calls on my BRRINGO board. So it will get at least a minimum of another 400 stitches put into it. I am also using that WIP for WIP Warriors. So once I stitch the minimum for BRRINGO, I go over whatever it is I need for, the road trip. Okay. The last number that was called was yesterday for today, and that number was 14. And number 14 is a WIP that is going to be a gift. And my WIP is Progressive Pride Flag. I keep calling it Progressive Pride Flag. That is not the name. It is Progress Pride Flag. And it is by MI Studio Creates, which is an Etsy shop that I'll link below. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I am now. So I have finished the white stitches that are over here on this side. In the picture, it looks as though like they're still gray, but they are actually white stitches. And I finished off the entire purple band for the flag. This brought me to a total of 355 stitches. This will be a gift for my oldest son once I get it finished. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it yet. I would like to just do a regular, see if I could do a flat fold finish for it. Yeah. But here's where it stands right now. There is actually, I actually have this on my board, I believe 3 more times. Yes, 3 more times on the board for this, so it will get a minimum of 300 more stitches. I used Progressive Pride Flag. So in the WIP Warriors, somebody was rolling around making a mess of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. This is the game. And the group that I'm in, I'm a tinter. And so we had to stitch an extra 500 stitches. So I spent today stitching on Progress Pride Flag, so that I could get to my 500 stitches. I was like, these people come up with the funniest stuff in all these game things. I never thought that I would not like, but want to be involved in playing games. I'm not a gamer kind of person, but I'm having a lot of fun in the Facebook group, and trying to figure out how to match whips with stitches so that I can get all the things. I was a little perturbed. I had to request the bathroom, and then I had to stitch 300 stitches for it. I can't even remember now which whip I used. Oh, I used Sunday stitches to stitch to go to the bathroom. So it's all the things. I'm really enjoying it. So far I have a bathroom, and I stitched 100 stitches for a Q-snap. So, you know, I'm having a good time at it, and it's, as long as I'm having a good time, that's all that matters. So those were my whips for this week. I do not have any finishes, so we're going to move straight on to plans, and I will be getting ready to go to Stitch Away. Stitch Away is put on by Keepsakes, and it is the Wednesday. It happens Wednesday through Sunday before Martin Luther King Day. So I'll be getting prepared. To be completely honest with you, the whips that you have saw today, the whips you've seen today, will be what I'm taking with me, because they are my BRRINGO calls, and I do not want to be away for 4 or 5 days and have all those to come back to. So I'm going to take all of my BRRINGO 6 whips with me to Stitch Away, and I'll be working on them on Stitch Away. With that being said, I don't know if I'll have a video next Saturday, since I'll be at Stitch Away. So you will have to see. And I'm going to be keeping up with the BRRINGO calls. I am one short. I had to do some frogging on Seasonal Sunshine. So I am working on the frogging for that, and I will start stitching it. It was actually called on my birthday, so I should have been stitching on it for my birthday, but we'll work on it. And in the Whip Warriors group, I will be stitching my way to Sea Needles. Is that the name of it? Like, I wrote it down. Yeah, it's called Sea Needles, and it's in Bethany Beach, Delaware. I'm not for sure if this is a real LNS or not. I don't know. So I'll be stitching on. That's what I was going to show you. So for that particular call, it says to find a whip that can relate to the sea. So what I am going to do is I have to put in 200 stitches. Last year at Stitch Away, me and Lynn X Stitches Creates, I will link her below, started Quaker Turtle by RATM. I can't get it out. And I meant to get it out before. So I started Quaker Turtle by RATM last January at Stitch Away. It was our birthday start. Her birthday is in a few days. So I stitched on it that one day, and that was the only day I stitched on it. So I didn't even get 200 stitches in. That's problem number one. But I'm giving myself grace, because I think I just, like in the last maybe 4 or 5 months, installed that whole gotta have 200 stitches in for a new start rule for myself. So what I'm going to do is so tonight I'm going to be working on, okay, this is the top. This is the top. So tonight I will be, this is where it stands right now. With that little, that's the centermost part of the chart right there. So I will be adding 200 stitches to this piece. I am stitching this on a 40 count mystery. It was a gift to me. And I am using Forbidden Fiber Co.'s River of Life threads for it. And I can show you. That's what they will look like. Or that's what the threads look like. This is what I'll be stitching them in. Stitching the turtle in. So I will be putting in 200 stitches on this project for the On the Way to the Sea Needles LNS. I know. I hope that all makes sense to y'all. So, because it relates to the sea, that's why I chose a different project altogether for this leg of the trip. Okay. So now I have given you all of my plans. I'm just going to keep going with the BRRINGO calls. I do not want to have, even though we get 6 extra days to stitch, I want to stay on top of where I'm at. I don't want to have to try to catch up on stitches. So I'm really going to be focusing on getting my 100 stitches in each day is called. Sorry about that. Okay. Also, let me apologize, and I still can't even get to it. I forgot last week about the draw. I had forgotten about the giveaway, the Fat Quarter Shop Stitch Quarterly bag. I had forgotten all about it. I put it in a spot thinking I would see it and remember, but I didn't see it and I didn't remember. And then last week I forgot. This week I can't even get to the URL. So if I do get to the URL and am able to pull the winner, it will be at the end of the video. If I can't, then I will do a separate video like I did with the Surprise Me giveaway, because I do want someone to have this. It is a really great project. I just know that I'm not going to stitch it, and so rather than to piecemeal it out, I'm going to give the whole bag away. But it will be from video number 46, not this video. Yeah, because I want to know how this unstitcher works. I actually want to buy, I'm going to probably end up buying another one because of the way the handle is made. This is brand spanking new at Fat Quarter Shop, and it is by Be In My Bonnet, Lori Holt. So that's the one thing in there that I'm like, man, that's nice. The whole thing is nice, don't get me wrong. I just know that I'm not going to stitch Mrs. Claus. I'm not going to do that. So now I'm going to move over into haul and investments in haul. First, I had a lovely friend send me a birthday gift, and it is this purple bracelet, beaded bracelet, and it has a sea turtle on it. So thank you so very much. You know who you are and how much I appreciate it. We've already talked. So that was my haul or investment. It was Stitchy Kindness, actually. So I also finished unwrapping, and I do not remember where I really left off. So I'm going to go through the Silks for You. Oh, I guess I do know where I left off. So day 10, day 11, day 9. Okay, I must have showed you all of them up till the 8th. I don't know how that's possible, seeing that today is the 7th, but On day number 9, the gift was, oh yeah, because it started on Christmas Day. So on day number 9, the gift is in this pretty little bag. And it is this orange silk for you. Oh, there's day number 8. Okay, so there's day number 9. I'm all discombobulated. And I am putting this all back in the little individual bags because I don't want it to get snagged or anything. So day number 8 is this beautiful pattern, Garden Mandala, and it also has silks for it it came inside the chart. That was day number 8. I showed you day number 9. Day number 10 is 4 more skeins, 10 meters each. So here is a yellow, and I mean that is a bright yellow. Here is what I would consider to be a mauve, and it looks more pinky there, but it is definitely more of a mauve-y color. Here is a green. And then there is a skein with all of them mixed in together. So those are the 3 by themselves. And then there is one where they're all mixed together. That is so pretty. I'm going to have to, I don't know that this goes with any of these. I think it's just a standalone. I'll have to talk to, ask EJ about it. She has a lot of silks for you, so like you could use all 4 of these together in a chart. I'm sure there's any way I want to do it, I could do it, but I want to make sure that if that's the way, like pick 4 colors, here's your 4 colors. If I find a chart that I can do that on, that I, you know, am doing it correctly. So that was day number 9, or no, that was day number 10. Okay, so then day number 11. So what happened to day number 12? Maybe this was day number 12. Okay, day number 11. Is another skein of silk floss. It's actually not a skein. It's a, I believe they call it a hank. A mini hank. Help me out. Help a sister out. What is it? What is it called? And I don't know because I really have never, this is the first time I've ever gotten silks for you. So, and it is actually, that's brighter than what it is showing. It is darker than that. I have been taught how to cut it and put it in, put it on floss cards so that I don't make it a mess. But so that's one of the mini hanks. And I believe, I'm not sure, like I'm trying not to, like I'm really being really soft with it. I don't want to crinkle it. I don't want to snag it. I don't want to do any of that. I might even have to wear plastic gloves when I stitch with it. My hands are so dry. I've been using the lotion that my friend Miss Joy Lisa sent to me, and it does seem to be making it better, but phew, these Midwest winters, boy, they leave a lot to be desired. So that is all of the silks for you. I am not for sure if I showed, so I'm going to show it. This, I believe, is a full hank. And it goes with the pattern. And now that I say that out loud, I think I did show it. But this is the purple that goes with the Biscore new pattern. There we go. And other than being darker, that is about the color. It's so pretty. Okay. So that is all of the silks for you. 12 Days of Christmas. I did enjoy it. I will be thinking about doing it again next year. This year at Christmas time. Because it's fun to get. It's always fun to get surprises in the mail. And I'm sorry, but I have to put it back in the bag. I don't want anything to happen to it. Okay. So that was Silks for You, and that was their 12 Days of Christmas. Then, as I stated in my last video last week, I also received the 12 Days of Christmas from Vicky Stitch and Button, who is on Flosstube and has she sells her products on Facebook and has a Facebook group for it, and I'll link that Facebook group down below. And I opened her gift, her box bag on my birthday. I couldn't wait. And so now I'm going to show you what that was. So it came with a project bag. And it is a vinyl front project bag. And I love her project bags. They are the size that they're not too big for me. I love all the bags that I have. It's just sometimes the bags are so big for the projects that I have to put in them. So this is a great size. And I put the paper in front of it so that you couldn't see what was inside. So on day number 1, she made a special ornament for the tree. And so now I can put that with my Christmas ornaments. And from there, I'm kind of willy-nilly because I didn't write down the numbers as she gave them to me. So I'm just going to go in some kind of order. She also gave a needle minder to keep our needles in check. She had a beautiful, beautiful scissor fob. Vicky, if you do all this beading, I am amazed because it is beautiful. And I don't know how many of these she sold, but if she made one for every bag, I am amazed because I know beading is very tedious. It's not showing right. So there was a scissor fob in there. There was also a just in case you needed it, a little frogger. And it's really blurry. A little frogger. There was a needle threader. I mean, and all of these are beaded, so I'm like, wow, because I know I've done beading before, so I know how much, like, and to do it on that large of a scale is just, so that was the needle threader. The zipper, there's a zipper pull, and I already have the zipper pull on the bag, and that is what it looks like right there. And then she also provided a little needle on a little piece of felt shaped like a Christmas tree. She also provided a, what is this called? It's a, you put it together like this, and it holds everything so that you don't have stuff all over the table like I normally do. I need probably like 50 of these, one in each project bag, because I literally, like, I'll look down and I'll have threads here and there and everywhere. And so it's a little fabric tray, and it matches the inside of the bag is this fabric, and then the outside. And it just snaps together, and then you unsnap it and you put it inside your bag, and it's wonderful. She also provided a piece of fabric for the chart, and I'm sure that the fabric name is somewhere, but it is an Ada, and it is hand dyed. With that, she also provided the threads for the chart. And then she made thread drops also. This was a great bag. This is the first time I've done anything like this, and so it was really great. She made the thread drops in the shape of an ornament. And so I'll be putting my threads on that when I get ready to start it. And then she is friends with Karen and Bryn from Fox and Rabbit, and they designed a chart for her bag. And that is the chart. So we also, with that, we also got the beads for the finishing, because some of the snowflakes are actually beads. So I am looking forward to this. I talked to, I messaged with Vicky and was like, this is going to be a start in July. It is super cute. The chart is. It's very colorful. The reindeer's antlers are holding the Christmas bulbs. So that is super cute to me. And I will be doing that for sure. So thank you again, Vicky. It was a great, great bag. I was super excited to have it to open up for my birthday, since I missed the 12 days start of opening it. So, and I was very methodical. Like, I would not watch any of her videos, and so I would not be spoiled, like it wouldn't be spoiled for me. So thank you again so very much. I really do love it, and I can't wait to start it. She handed everything for this bag box. I actually call it 12 days a bag, or bag of 12 days. Sounds like it should be to me, but Okay, I'm not going to put the ornament back in there because it needs to go upstairs with my Christmas stuff. As you can see, I've taken down Christmas and I have put up winter. So now winter will be up until till we get some spring. So who knows how long that might be. So my next piece of Stitchy Kindness is from my friend. And her name on Instagram is The Crafty Little Bird. And she made me, and I just got them today, she made me hand mitts. I'm so excited because my hands get so cold upstairs while I'm working. So I'm really hoping that these will help me. She gave me all of the instructions on how to wash them and all the things. And so thank you so very much. I really appreciate them. And I really do love them. I'll get to try them out on Monday because, you know, it's very cold here still. So those were their hand or knits. But I love them. And the next piece of investments that I have is I did receive part number 3 of the Woodland Christmas stitch along that I am participating in, and this is so pretty to me. I wasn't too keen on the deer, but the ornaments are very pretty, so I'll be adding this to that bag. Right now I'm looking forward, like the plan will be to work on a couple of these during July, so we'll see what happens with that. And my last piece of investments for my stitching is my Cottage Garden threads. And I am in the Garon Stitchery Club. And here are, so this is bottle brush. I can't read backwards. Bottle brush. And it's a really bright red. And then Red Hot Poker. Leather bound. Red Carnation. And Hugs and Kisses. So those are fun reds for, those will be nice to use for Valentine's Day stitching if you do that sort of thing. And so now I believe that is all of my investments. I believe that I have pulled out everything. Everything is all around me now. Like when I start these videos, the table is like clear because I make sure it's clear. And then by the time I finish it, it's all covered all over again. And so that's how I know I'm finished. The basket is cleared out and the stuff is on the table. So I thank you so very much for always coming back, for all of your lovely comments. I have not had a chance in the past 2 weeks to go through comments. I will be trying to get to those in the next couple of days. I thank you always for your support. Without your support, these videos, I could do the videos, but they wouldn't mean very much if you weren't watching and commenting on them. And so I appreciate you. Have a great week. I hope to see you again, if not on Saturday, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, because Monday will be Martin Luther King Day. I will be off of work that day. So if I'm not able to upload a video on Saturday, because I'll still be at Stitch Away. Then I will try for Monday. And I hope you all have a very good week, and I will see you next week. Bye.